AI explorers, and welcome back. Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of texture, that incredible element that makes you almost feel the artwork. We'll examine how different surfaces, from smooth glass to rough orange peel, can be brought to life on canvas. Get ready to discover how artists use varying textures to add richness and sensory depth to their creations. Still Life with Fruit and Wine Glasses on a Silver Plate by William Carve. Let's begin by observing the remarkable smoothness and fragility of those glass goblets. The artist uses refined, almost invisible brushstrokes to depict their transparent surfaces. The subtle reflections and highlights convey the slick, cool texture of the glass, making them appear delicate and easily breakable. Now our attention shifts to the fascinating texture of the peeled lemon. The artist meticulously renders the bumpy, irregular surface of the peel, distinguishing the rough outer rind with the smoother, moist inner pith. The curling peel itself suggests a soft, pliable texture and contrasts with the firm fruit. Next we see the lustrous sheen of the silver platter and the soft folds of the white silk cloth on the other side. The platter is depicted with a highly polished and reflective texture that contrasts with its dark surroundings. The cloth, on the other hand, shows delicate wrinkles and gathers, conveying its soft, flowing, and easily draped quality, a luxurious texture rendered with real masterful detail. William Carve's exquisite attention to texture in this still life is profoundly expressive. It creates a tableau of sensory richness and quiet opulence. The contrasting textures of the smooth glass, rough lemon peel, cool silver, and soft fabric invite a tactile engagement with the objects, making the viewer appreciate the fleeting beauty and material richness of this delicate domestic world. The Kiss by Gustav Klimt. Let's begin observing the dominant textured glimmer of the gold leaf that envelops the figures and much of the background. The varying application of gold creates an uneven, shimmering surface that feels both rich and ancient, conveying a sense of divine aura and a preciousness rather than just a smooth, singular flat colour. As we look closer at the bodies, our attention shifts to the intricate, flat, geometric patterns on the man's robe. These black and silver rectangles, squares, and lines create a dense, mosaic-like texture that contrasts with the more organic forms of the bodies. While visually complex, the paint application within these shapes is relatively smooth and uniform. Finally, we see the softer, more organic textures that emerge from the gold. The woman's robe is adorned with delicate, multicolored, floral and circular motifs, which, although abstract, suggests a softer, more fluid texture than the man's rigid patterns. The exposed skin of the hands and faces and feet are rendered with a smooth, almost porcelain-like quality, providing a stark contrast to the surrounding decorative exuberance. Klimt's highly decorative use of texture in The Kiss is profoundly expressive. It creates a sense of sacred intimacy and transcendental love. The contrast between the rich, rough gold and the flat, geometric patterns and the smooth, tender skin elevates the figures beyond the mundane. They're outworldly. The textures don't just adorn, they symbolize union, passion, and a timeless, almost divine connection between the lovers, immersing the viewer in a world of glittering tactile beauty. Madonna col Bambino by Bartolomeo Viverani. Let's start by looking at the texture of the Madonna and Child's skin. The artist uses very fine blended brushstrokes to create a luminous, almost ephemeral quality, emphasizing their divine nature and tender innocence. The delicate strands of the child's hair are also rendered with a soft, feathery texture. Moving down the painting, we see the flowing textures of the drapery. The Madonna's deep blue mantle and the child's green tunic are depicted with a gentle, undulating quality, suggesting the soft, pliable texture of fine fabric. The artist skillfully uses subtle shifts in light and shadow to create an illusion of deep and velvety folds. Finally, we see the rougher, almost distressed texture of the gold leaf background. The invisible cracks and imperfections in the gesso beneath the gold, along with the halo's subtly raised pattern, create an ancient weathered quality. This contrasts with the smooth figures, suggesting the enduring nature of their spiritual presence. Viverini's meticulous attention to texture in this Madonna and Child painting is profoundly expressive. It contributes to its reverent and sacred mood. The contrast between the pristine smoothness of the divine figures and the more tactile, aged quality of the background emphasize their otherworldliness, yet enduring presence. The textures invite a sense of awe and contemplation, highlighting the timeless spiritual message of the work. And just like that, we've brought our tactile exploration of texture in art to a compelling close. It's genuinely profound how artists manipulate the very surface of their canvases to evoke sensations, convey emotions and breathe tangible life into their subjects. Whether it's the meticulous detail of the Dutch still life, the glittering mosaic of an Art Nouveau masterpiece, or the serene smoothness of a Renaissance devotional piece, texture is the silent language that invites us to feel the artwork as much as we see it. So, as we part ways, which of these artistic uses of texture resonated most deeply with you? Did the tactile richness of the peeled lemon stir something within, or perhaps the ethereal glimmer of Klimt's gold? And as always, beyond texture, what other foundational element of art do you find most compelling, and why does it speak to you so profoundly? Share your insights in the comments section below, and if you enjoyed immersing yourselves in the palpable artistry of paint with me today, make sure to hit that bell icon and subscribe so you don't miss out on our next journey into the captivating world of aesthetics. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.